What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another planner video. As promised, here is the January flip through in my 3 A6 notebooks. We have a daily journal, we have a daily planner, we have a content planner, and I will walk you through how January went in all 3 of them. Just wanted to say thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me send you over to the top-down view. Okay, welcome to the top-down view. I have a little bit of a different setup because I'm trying to film in my office right now. It looks a little bit better, and hopefully it's a little easier for me in the long run. We're gonna start out with the daily journal, and then go on to my daily planner, and then go into my content planner. You've already seen a lot of this stuff in the setup videos, but I'll just probably go into a little bit more depth. This is going to be a longer video, and if you want to skip to a certain part, I will certainly leave some timestamps in the description, so shouldn't be an issue. This is a Cafe Note Tomo River Paper A6 journal notebook I got from Amazon. It's in a Hobonichi cover, and then also a cover-on-cover from Hobonichi. Everything that I possibly can link will be linked below in the description. If you don't see the link for something in there, just let me know and I'll do my best, but some stuff I won't be able to get. I typically write in this journal with fountain pens, and these are cheap fountain pens from Amazon as well. This one has kind of like a purplish ink in it, and this has black. In the front, I have some Coffee Monster Co. stickers that honestly I don't use that much. And then in this flap, I have like some personal information. I just used a pink piece of paper underneath of the plastic cover on this, and I just have a sticky note on there. On here, I have a sticker from Battenberg. Thank you, Battenberg. I think I got a hair stuck underneath of it. So let's jump right into January. So I actually remade this sticky note because I was like, why didn't I just color it in and then I can label it Monday through Sunday, because that's typically how I plan. So that's how I did. My goals for January were I wanted to get back into consistently working out because I really fell off in December. Had a lot of stuff going on and I just like didn't work out that much, which is totally okay, but I wanted to get consistent again in January as kind of like a fitnessy lifestyle sort of person. I think it's important to me, it's important for my goals. I also wanted to start tracking my food intake again because I was not doing that for a few months while I was trying to gain weight, but I'm currently trying to lose fat, so tracking my calories is really important to me. I have a really hard time losing weight without doing that. And then other goals, I wanted to consistently post on more of my social media platforms. I'm on quite a few, and I had fallen off quite a bit during December just with the holidays and stuff like that, and one of my goals was to just like get back to it regularly, not take it too seriously, but just like do the thing. And then I also wanted to film my planner system for 2024, which I did, and I also wanted to be better about taking like my birth control, my vitamins and supplements every day, because I try to be really good about it, but you know, stuff just happens and you forget or you don't take it at a consistent time. So yeah, January for me was a lot about getting back on track and getting consistent and taking stuff both more seriously and less seriously at the same time. So from now on, I'm going to be putting these goals in my daily planner, but since I had already written this out for January, I did go back and do a review. Basically, I succeeded in all of my goals. I got back into working out. I set up a good schedule for myself where I'm off on Mondays and Fridays. I am doing really well tracking my food, and I have lost a few pounds in fat, which is awesome. I wasn't really expecting that. I was really consistent with posting on like Instagram, a little bit on TikTok, Twitter, all the Twitter things. and Tumblr and stuff like that. So I'm happy with that. And it was just a matter of making myself do it and not worrying about having super curated content and not thinking about too much like what I was doing, not overthinking my content. I did film my planner setup, so thank you for everybody that watched that, encouraged me to do more planner stuff. And then to help myself take my pills and supplements every day, I actually moved that. Like, I moved all my pills and stuff to the dining room table where we eat dinner, because you're supposed to take that stuff with a meal anyways, most of them, in order to get the best absorption. So I just changed my schedule slightly. I don't take them right before bed. I now take them with dinner, and it's right where I see it every day when we sit down to eat. So that honestly really, really helped me a lot. It was just like a small change, but it made like a huge difference. And in case you didn't really see it, this is the cover page. I just have a lot of like stickers and washi tapes and stuff like that, and I'm trying to use it up. So I'm just doing like a casual sort of cover page thing, and I like to have the calendar because it's easier for me to remember when I have it like written out. So just gonna slowly flip the pages. Honestly, I don't really write anything serious in here, so like if you really do want to read it, like, be my guest. But honestly, it's more like a brain dump, listing out what I did that day, what I ate, things I've been watching, stuff like that. This is this purple ink over here, and I have a couple other fountain pens and other pens. I don't use one specific pen in here. This is the day I got my Wonderland 222 that I use for content planning. This is a Lamy pen with a thicker nib. I think it's medium. I just smeared it all over the place. This is a sticker that I got in the mail from Neptune when I got her 2024 calendar. This is me playing around with different pens over here. I think this is a Uniball 1 gel pen. A random pink gel pen. It's mostly, I honestly don't get that much ephemera in the mail or anything like that. So a lot of this is me just like writing a ton of stuff. Just the most inane things you can think of. But it's like, it's been fun, and it's been like really satisfying to fill this up. And I think that if I'm able to keep up with this for this whole year, I am thinking about getting a 5-year journal for next year and the 5 years after that, instead of maybe doing this and really actually writing down more important things going on in my life rather than just a brain dump. I think that might be pretty satisfying. I do think they have an A6 size. I am loving the A6 size. This is my first year using A6 journals. The only thing I don't like is, like, I feel like my hand is falling off the page when I get towards the bottom, but I can kind of get over that. So you can see I'm just using a lot of random pens, a lot of different colors. Oh, I got an iPad. That's what this sticker is. You know, they come with all those Apple stickers, but I'm not really a huge Apple person, but since I had a sticker, I put it in. And then at the end, I just have a list of highlights. This also nothing too serious. I got back on my tracking. I got on track with working out. I deleted my old Discord and made a brand new Discord server. I'm actually really loving my new Discord server. I was feeling a little like, I don't know if burned out is the right word, but I wasn't happy with my old server. And kind of like the people that were in there, some of them felt weird to have so many people but so little engagement. So made a new Discord server, and if you want to be part of the Discord community, I'll leave a link in the description for you. It's pretty chill, it's pretty relaxed, I will say. I'm trying also to be better about posting in Discord instead of just sending the same picture to all of my really, really close friends. You know, I'll post it in the Discord too for people in the community, like food pics, cat pics, talk about what I'm watching or playing, stuff like that. I don't know, it's really casual, but if you want to come through, link is in the description. I talk about my planner video, how we did a big old chores day, because we're honestly not great about getting stuff done around the house, and it was really effective to just set aside one day to do everything we possibly could. The kitchen and bathroom renovations that had been going on for a couple months were finally finished. It was my 4-year anniversary at my full-time day job, which was really cool. And they have this tradition of sending out a pineapple. They send you a pineapple in the mail whenever it's your anniversary, and the pineapple was really good, so that was cool. We watched the Fate Grand Order movies, which is kind of funny because my husband and I are big Fate Grand Order fans, and we had never watched them before, but we had to do some suspect things to get them and watch them, but they were really good. It's not my favorite. I like Fate Grand Order Demonic Front Babylonia anime more. I think that's really good, but also Fate Grand Order is like very niche, and I wouldn't really recommend these animes or movies to like a normal person. I got a tiny new succulent plant. It's really cute. I love it. I got it at Lowe's. And I talk about a couple of the things we watched. Travelers on Netflix was really good. It's a little bit older, but I really enjoyed it. I watched the Puss in Boots movie, and I thought it was super cute. And if you have ever watched MXC? That used to be on Spike, like a Japanese, it's like a Japanese competition show where they put them through these really crazy, like, obstacle courses, and they have like a really bad dub, or they used to. Well, they had a new season in 2023, and it's on Amazon Prime. If you're interested in watching it, it's not dubbed, it's subtitled, and actually I really preferred it because I didn't realize that the show had an actual story, but with the subtitles, I found that out, and it was really cool. I don't know, it was really fun to watch, especially if you have like those nostalgia feels from watching the show when you were younger. But apparently there was like a 14 or a 24-year hiatus or something like that. Really long time since the last season prior to 2023, and it was like I don't know, it's really fun. If you know the show and you like the show, you should watch it. And I got a new iPad. I got an iPad Air for drawing and other stuff like that, and my day job announced that we'll be doing an in-person event this year. Most of us are fully remote, so that's pretty cool. And then that's about it. I'm still using my Hobonichi pencil board, and yeah, love to see it. I'm having a really good time with it. The only thing about this cover I don't really like, I don't really use these. They're cute, but I don't use them. Other than that, I'm having a really good time with it. I think it's super cute. I'm not tired of it yet. So let's move on. Next up, we have my daily planner that I use for all of my tracking, my lists, my personal tracking and lists and stuff like that, to do things. I'm super forgetful, so I have to write everything out or I won't remember anything. This is the A6 Hobonichi Hone with the one-piece cover. And it's just in a clear cover because I really wanted to see the pattern that's on it because it's really cute. And I also use the one-piece pencil board. And on the pencil board, I just have a couple sticky notes for reminders. These are like ongoing tasks instead of daily tasks. Some cute chopper stickers in the front. This was from Japan. It's not actually a sticker. This is from Battenberg. Thank you, Battenberg. I just did a little bit of decorating in here. I have some keys. I had different Post-its, and then it was starting to look messy to me, so I switched it out. And then I have this one-piece washi tape that I've just been using as like stickers and stuff like that. I'm really trying hard not to go overboard buying washi tape and stuff like that, but when I go to Japan in May, I would like to find another one-piece washi tape because I would like to use that in here. I definitely see myself using this journal, or they do like a one-piece collaboration every year. I see myself using it again. So this is what I'm using my calendar for. I'm marking off the days I need to submit time at work, my pay days, my vacation days, and my days off / holidays. And it's just for reference. I don't actually need this because it's kind of repeated information, but I figure let me do something in here. I'm not really using the 23 and 2025 pages at all. Perpetual calendar I am using for a habit tracker, and it's going really well. I'm keeping up with it. The habits I'm typically tracking are my period, taking my supplements, taking my pills, specifically my birth control pills, whether I worked out, when I took a shower, and how many 20-ounce cups of water I'm drinking a day. So for my period tracker, I didn't have my period really in January at all. I'm on a pill that I only get my period every 3 months, and even when I do get my period, sometimes I don't, or even when I'm supposed to, sometimes I don't. I messed this up, this M, that shouldn't be there, but I can't read Japanese, so I have to rewrite the days of the week, otherwise I can't read it. My mind cannot comprehend it. But this worked out really well for me. You can see that usually I fall off on my water intake on the weekends because I'm doing stuff. When I'm stuck at work all morning and afternoon, I just like get up and go grab water all the time. But I think overall I did a really good job. I was really consistent with taking all the things I wanted to take, and I was consistent with my workouts. I do not work out every day. I honestly don't really think anybody needs to work out every single day unless you're like a pro athlete. So I'm happy with what I did this month. Okay, here's January. I forgot to I'm gonna have to try to blur out birthdays or names, but anyways, my monthly calendar is working out really well. I like how full it looks. I'm such a functional planner. Like, I wish I could be cute when I plan, but it just like it's not really for me. Over here, I do a weekly weigh-in. I say whether I'm tracking my calories or not, and my goal calories for the day, what fitness phase I'm in. So it would normally be like bulk, cut, or maintenance. Right now I'm in a cut, and then these dots represent the days that I tracked my calorie intake. For me personally, when I am in a fat loss phase, I need to be really strict with myself when it comes to tracking my calories. If I fall off for a day, I usually fall off epically. So I don't really feel some type of way about tracking and eating at home and stuff like that. Like, I can cook good food. If I go to a restaurant, I have a really hard time not losing control. So really happy with how well I did this month. I did slowly decrease my calories every couple weeks, and I did lose a little bit of weight, which is cool. I wasn't really expecting that, but that's okay. I track my work hours, and I track my workouts, just what workout I did. And then I have like holidays, work meetings, birthdays, appointments, big meaty tasks that take hours of a day. I put that into workout streams here on YouTube. If you want to come hang out, those are every Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, this has been working out really well. I might someday go back and add some decoration here, but I haven't right now. Just been busy. When we move on to the next section, where is it? My adulting log. I did a pretty good job of doing the things that I wanted to do I did not change my toothbrush head until literally February 1st, and I'm trying to be real with myself. And I did not do any laundry in January. I'm trying to be better about that in February, and I want to do one small load of laundry every Monday. Today is a Monday. Monday is a day that I do not work out, so I have a little bit more time than usual in the afternoons. So one load of laundry, cleaned, dried, put away is what I'm aiming for. I haven't done any of my home projects, and Pillbox checklist is very helpful. You can see that I am working on it for February. I've just transferred over my monthly goals and my recap here on the front page. It's not like my favorite page, but it's fine. To recap how I set these days up is I have full day events up here. I do the weather here. This is just a little symbol, and the high and low. I do use the timetable sort of casually. I don't itemize. It's more like rapid logging than anything else. I don't really put every single thing I did every single day, but usually it's meals, what we watched, my work hours and my work meetings, and get-togethers and stuff like that. And then I use this area for just a long list of to-dos, and they might be big things and little things, just anything. A lot of times I'll do something and then I'll write it down after the fact. Down here I get the word of the day from dictionary.com, and I write that down for funsies, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So here I have my workday blocked off. I'm using pink for like food and workouts and things that we watched. Some days I have long lists and some days I have short lists. I started using a red pen to do a little bit of I'm writing down like events, I guess, that happen throughout the day. Because I use this planner to help fill out my daily journal. If something comes up that I want to remember, I'll usually write it down in here in the red. This was my grocery day. Sometimes I don't have anything I write down in red. Sometimes I have a lot of stuff. But yeah, and then you can see I don't always write it in, sometimes I write it in order. I start my list and then I write something that came up. Then I have more list items. Sometimes I put stickers and stuff if I have them. That was probably just an offcut. I started using a green pen for plant chores and plant related things because I don't want to have a separate planner for houseplants. I want to keep it all as concise as possible, considering I have 3 different notebooks for the year. But writing plant things in green just makes it stand out a little bit easier, a little bit better. So that's really helpful. You can see I had a big old day of doing plant stuff here. And yeah, it's helpful if I need to go back and be like, when did I last water my succulents, or when did I last water this plant, or when did I buy a new plant? So I have that new little succulent I bought right there. And yeah. Oh, and this is where I started to track my liquids up here at the top. I figured since there's not much going on full day wise most days, that I had room to start tracking exactly what I was drinking. I was finding it slightly difficult to flip back and forth to the perpetual calendar, so I have this little key for different sorts of things that I drink, and I just fill that in throughout the day, and then usually I'll square up the perpetual calendar the next morning. So that's been really helpful for that, making that much easier. Oh, and this is the day I got the iPad again. You can sort of see the sticker there because it came with two. Not. And yeah, that was all of January. This was January in my fitness notes section. So you can see that I was better about being consistent with my workouts. I just have the day here on the left, and then I write the workout, or if I did not work out, and if I had any notes, like if I was sore, if I changed out an exercise, if I was feeling sick. It's a little bit of like a fitness and wellness sort of recap, I guess. And then down here I just wrote a little review, which was, you know, kind of a repeat of the monthly goals where I'm consistently working out, tracking my calories. I talked a little bit about setting a new schedule for myself where I'm off Mondays and Fridays, and yeah, just oh, and I also got this stepper this month, and I want to use that consistently in February. But it's great. It's a great little guy for cardio. So you can see I'm over here in February. Anything else in this planner? Oh, I set up this week by weight graph, and I've been filling it out every week because I weigh myself on Mondays. It's not like the best measure of weight loss. I've talked about it when I was setting up this planner. You know, the weight on the scale is not always the best measure of progress, but it is a good measure of progress for me specifically because I am a more experienced weightlifter who's been training for about 10 years, and I'm not going to see a big difference in my overall muscle mass. So when I'm gaining weight, it's most likely more fat than anything else, and when I'm losing weight, it's also mostly fat, which is fine, which is good. So I like to have this, you know, I didn't really have any other use for this page, so I figured I'd put this in here, and it's kind of cool to see over time. I think it would actually be a better idea, which I am not going to do now because I already started this, to weigh myself daily, because I personally don't have an issue with that. I know some people, the number on the scale can really affect your mental health, and that's totally valid, but I can separate myself from the number and just straight track it and not think too hard. But it would be more effective if I weighed myself every day and then took the average every week, because, you know, your weight can fluctuate by a few pounds overnight, and, you know, if I had a big dinner on Sunday night, my weigh-in on Monday is going to be affected by that. But overall, it's a cool little thing to have despite its flaws. I didn't put anything in there. Nothing there. Stuff I can't read. In the goals section, I've kind of been adding stuff in. Nothing super serious. In the interpersonal relations area, I need to go up to New York City and visit some friends that I haven't seen in literal years. I have a lot of friends in New York City. It's sort of within driving distance of me. It's like 5 hours away, so it's not that big a deal. And I haven't been up there in a really long time, so I would like to do that. When it comes to finances and savings, I would like to have 50K in savings this year. It's a very arbitrary number, and it's probably doable, but on the high end. But yeah, that'd be cool. This is my mantra for 2024 when it comes to transform yourself. Getting out of my own way. That's what I'm doing this year. Getting out of my own way. I'm just doing the things. I'm not thinking too hard. I'm not overanalyzing. I'm not trying to curate my life. I'm not an influencer. I'm just doing things on the internet. And then for my hobbies, I want to finish a book of Sudoku puzzles. I actually really like Sudoku. I'm not that good at it, but I find it enjoyable. And I have like a book that I got from Daiso that I want to finish. I also want to finish one single embroidery project. And that's it. That's all I want to get done. I drew in my little succulent that I bought, and I still haven't written down the name. And I filled out the workout I've been doing since the beginning of the year, which is a really simple sort of like push-pull upper lower situation. It's a little hard. I need to do like a week of workouts because it's a little hard to explain. I did fill in my February stat, although I did it a week late. And yeah, I think that's it in here. Oh, and then all the movies and TV shows we watched, which it's not usually a huge list because we're also playing video games and stuff at the same time. But yeah, I mentioned Travelers. We found some new Forged in Fire on Disney Plus. Love and Monsters was a pretty cute movie. We watched the Shazam movies and they were whatever. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for this journal. And then, yeah, been working out really well for me so far. Although I will say, a Filofax ring planner is really tempting me because I watch a lot of Lindsay Scribbles on YouTube. I'll link her channel below. And she's using ring planners, and it's really tempting me to have everything all in one place. But I just don't like the sizes that they come in. And I feel like having an A6 with rings on the side is even smaller. So that's what I keep telling myself when I have like a binder in my cart, and I'm really trying not to do that. I really would like to just stick with the planners that I have. Last year I started out in a Hobonichi Cousin, and I moved over to a Nolte planner later in the year because I bought it when I was in Japan and I was feeling really overwhelmed by the Hobonichi Cousin. And I'm a little regretty that I didn't stick with the same thing for the entire year. But anyways, we're trying to 2024 is the year of consistency for me, is what we'll say. So here's my content planner. It's a cover made of origami tape and pasties and stickers. I have my friend and inspiration Mishima here in the front. A sticker of Yoko, I think Neptune sent me. And I think this Death Note washi tape maybe also came from Neptune in a card. This is a Wonderland 222 A6 undated notebook, by the way. Have my pen test page, and I've been using different pens, I'll be honest. My index page. This is what January looked like for my sets, and then I started adding in my YouTube videos here, but I'm realizing that I want to post more than one YouTube video a month. So I think this is not enough space, and I'm not sure if I want to set up a different page or a different spread for that. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm straight up. The reason I got the Wonderland 222 is because the Cafe Note notebook was out of stock, but I honestly like it better. Like, if you can see the difference, it's completely plain, and it looks like the grid spacing goes over farther. It's back in stock. It's only $21. I'm thinking about, tell me if I'm crazy. Let me know in the comments. Do you think I'm crazy? Should I buy the one that I want and just completely reset up this entire planner? You let me know. You let me know if I'm crazy. That's kind of a problem with hardbound notebooks or bound notebooks, is that you can't take pages out. You can't start over. So you're stuck there. So anyways, let me know. This was my January stats page and my February stats page. February was not really a good January was not really a good month for me. This is what I set up at the very beginning of the month, the first day of the month. So January was not that great for me. December was good for me. But yeah, I like to keep track of my stats. I try not to think about it too hard, but that's okay. We're living our best life. We're not getting in our own way. This was helpful. This calendar page, I use it to plan out what I want to post and then also record what I did post. And beginning of the month, I was only tracking my fan sites, Instagram, and YouTube. And then I started adding in TikTok and editing down at the bottom. I did not write down what I was editing. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at TikTok for February. So that's why I added that in. And I need to get on an editing schedule because end up doing things at the last minute. But this has been pretty good for me. I like having it visually set up so I can see all the dates, and I like knowing what I posted and having this as a reference for that. This is my tracker. Tracker also worked really well. Obviously, I didn't post on some of my platforms very often, but I was really consistent with the most important ones and the ones that I was prioritizing this month. I also did much better on YouTube than I have been previously. And right here, this is more of me listing out exactly what I did on what days or what I posted, just because I'm super forgetful and it's helpful for me. The next 4 pages are what I'm doing for my fan sites every week. I post a set every Friday, and this is just to-do lists, editing notes, and I'm writing down the deliverables. This is my rolling monthly task list. For January, I just needed this 2-page spread, and I have my list of tasks, and I break it down by week because my tasks typically are not tied to a specific day of the week. It just needs to get done sometime that week. This has been really helpful. I like using this, but I typically only use it on Sundays. Sunday is the day that I do the vast majority of my content making for the week, and having the task list with me on Sunday, I literally carry this around with me all day, helps me stay on track when I have just hours of stuff to do at a time. I don't typically use this as much during the week when I'm doing odd things here and there like editing, but you can see that I did have the editing part listed in here. And I blocked off all this like stuff up here because I decided that I'm not adding usernames in here anymore because I want to show this online, and I don't think it's good to show your customers, I guess. This was a custom video. This was just like a little brain dump journaling session with myself where I was brainstorming planner content for YouTube, and other stuff for YouTube. And yeah, it's good for me to write these things down when I have ideas because otherwise I'm going to forget. I did a poll, so this is me like kind of recording the findings. This was a January review where I just talk about how the month went for me in terms of like mindset, how I'm doing with my posting and stuff like that. I basically just had this empty space and I wanted to fill it up. This is me taking notes on my planner videos, and this is me taking notes on the video that I just posted, which is the content planner setup for this. I made myself a little weekly schedule for posting on my sites because sometimes it's hard to know what to post, especially when you're trying to post almost every single day. And then this is just a list of the organization folders I need on my computer for all my content for the month. I typically set up a new folder every month just on my computer in the downloads. I made a YouTube Kanban board because I'm still relatively new to posting consistently on YouTube. I wouldn't even say that I'm consistently posting right now because who knows where I'll be next month. But this just helps me to stay organized. So basically I have a to-do list of the videos that I want to make. When something is in the planning stages, I put it here: filming, video editing, audio editing, thumbnail, description, and uploading, / the videos that are already uploaded. And then I started kind of listing out anything that I need to really keep in mind when I'm in that stage of the process. And I'll probably just like clear out these uploaded videos every month or so. And then getting into February. And the only other thing in here, in the back, I have like a brain dump list of ideas, and then some camera and editing notes that I've kind of started just doing earlier in the book. And then I found some stickers that maybe I'll use in here because they match. Yeah, and that's the flip through of my content planner. So all three of these notebooks and planners have been working really well for me so far this year. I mean, I know we're only 1 month in, but I'm optimistic about sticking with them and their usefulness. Sometimes I don't update this journal every single day, but I will go back every few days and use notes from my daily planner to fill this out. And I mean, it's the same thing with everything. You know, if I fall off for a day or two, I'll just go back, I'll check all my social media platforms to see what I posted or when I posted and stuff like that. It's just helps me stay consistent. It's honestly because planning is kind of like functional and also a hobby. It's fun for me to have all these things that I'm updating and keeping track of. So it's pretty, I don't know, I think it's fun. And then I also forgot until just now when I saw it on my desk. So I mentioned that I had impulse bought a Moterm Passport Traveler's Notebook cover, and it came with some inserts, and I'm using one of the inserts it came with as a grocery store list. So this was the last week of January where I used this for the first time. And I put it in the cover. I wasn't going to have it in the cover at first, but I figured why not. And I keep my Costco membership card in here too. And I keep a pen. But yeah, the grocery list has been really good. In 2023, I was really bad about overbuying. So I would stock up on too much stuff. I would not remember what we had in the pantry or in the cupboards, and I would rebuy stuff. And then when we did the renovation in the kitchen, I decluttered the pantry, and there was so much stuff that I threw away that was expired that had never been opened, and I felt shame. I felt intense shame. So from now on, we're using the list. I'm not trying to overbuy. Sometimes it's nice to have a lot of stuff in your freezer, which is fine, but like the staple pantry items and stuff like that. I had mayonnaise that was like 3 years old. Like, that's disgusting. That's not good. So this year I'm going to be better about that, and I got my grocery list. I'm not in love with this cover, but we're using it. We're using it for now. I'm kind of thinking about buying a real traveler's notebook cover when I go to Japan, but I don't know. I'm not on a low buy, but I'm trying to be more intentional with my spending when it comes to planners and stickers and stuff like that. But anyways, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you found this educational or entertaining, or you got some sort of value out of it. In the description, you will find the links to all of my social media platforms if you would like to follow me somewhere else. Every Thursday on YouTube, I do a workout fitness QA live stream at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Would love to chat in real time with you. If you would like to be part of the Discord community, the link is also in the description. It's real chill over there. And then I will also have in the description links to absolutely everything I can possibly find. If the link is an Amazon link, it is affiliated. That helps me out at no extra cost to you, and I super appreciate you shopping through my link if you choose to do so. Don't forget to be responsible for your own gains. Don't be a dick. Control your cock. And I will see you, party people, in the next video. Bye.